Yu-Gi-Oh! So what is up YouTube, it's Jeremy from Team Bio, and today guys, we finally have that 6 Samurai deck profile that I have been promising you. I just got back from locals and it's pretty late at night, so I'm going to try to do this pretty quickly so I don't disturb my neighbors, but here we go. Starting with the main deck. It is a 40 card main deck. We want to try to keep it as small as possible to keep it consistent. Starting with one Kizaru. Everyone knows when he's special summoned, you get to search for a 6 Samurai with a different attribute than any monsters you currently control. 3 of the best extender Kizan, and 1 Hatsume. 2 Mizuho and 2 Shinai. Everyone knows the red-blue combo. You need 2 of one and 1 of the other, and then you just get a loop that counters on Gateway and other continuous spells. 1 Fuma. You don't use Fuma too much for this. He's kind of just there for like another tuner name, because in my opinion the better tuner is Xian's Squire, just because it's reoccurable with Gateway of the 6 by removing 6 counters. And that is it for the 6 Samurai lineup. For the extenders, 3 Firefant Lady. I do not play Red Layer because I do not like drawing it later in the game if it comes to it. I'd rather just have Firefant Lady because she's always going to be live. With Red Layer, if you draw 2 Red Layer, you can't special Red Layer and special Red Layer. With Firefant Lady, if you draw 2 of her, it's not nearly as bad because you can normal summon her and special summon herself off of her own effect, because you just have to control any warrior monster to special summon her. So it's really nice. That is it for the warriors. So to try to be able to compete with the current meta being tier elements and sprite, we do have to play a bit of a newer engine, being the adventure package. 3 Water Enchantress of the Temple. She's really good for getting obviously your whole adventure package going. If Invoker was ever legal as well, the fact that she's a level 3 is really nice. But to go with her, the 1 Wandering Griffin Rider. Obviously just getting that free negation on the field. If you open up Enchantress or a way to get into the adventure package, you just kind of do all that before you do any of your 6 Samurai combos, because you don't really use any normal summon effects. All your guys special summon themselves, so it's really nice. You can brick on this sometimes, unfortunately, just because they're not 6 Samurais and they can't help you get into Isolde, but it's worth the protection. And that is it for the monsters. For the spells, obviously 1 Rhoda. Most of our deck is warriors. 3, I like to call it Rhoda Jr. Xian's Smoke Signal, getting to add your red and blue, your Hatsume if it comes down to it, or even a Fuma if it's really, really bad, because Fuma does get the ability to replace himself if he's destroyed by battle or card effects. Being able to add any of your 6 Samurais is really nice. Continuous spells though, Gateway of the 6. My favorite thing about this is I saw a meme about it a couple of weeks ago. They just erased the entire text box and wrote in crayon, "Why is this card legal? LMAO." I think it's pretty funny because it's true. Gateway of the 6 lets you do anything you want in this game. Every time a 6 Samurai summon, gain 2 counters, remove 4 counters, add a 6 Samurai from anywhere. Really nice. Next though, 3 Xian's Dojo. Really good for extenders if you open up kind of a clunky hand, like you can normal summon a 6 Samurai. Dojo effects, send it to the graveyard to special summon 1 of your level 1 6 Samurais that's in the deck. It's really nice to be able to get into Isolde and Battle Shogun with that. The next card I'm playing is kind of something I've been flip-flopping between, is 3 6 Samurai United. When I played at locals yesterday by the time this video's gone up, I was playing Pot of Prosperity instead. You'll see why in the extra deck, why I'm back and forth. Ultimately, I do believe Pot of Prosperity is probably going to be the better card to play, even though it does have some negative interactions within the extra deck, but 6 Samurai United just for this video, basically because I was borrowing those Pot of Prosperities. Next is 1 Call by the Grave. Obviously, we're a rogue deck. We need to be able to combo through something like Ash, like Valor, like DD Crow. Fortunately, the the Bestials do not hit this deck very hard because we don't have any main deck dark or light monsters or anything like that that activates Engrave. But Call by the Grave is really good for the rogue hand traps like Ash and Droll especially. The equip spells, 1 DDR mixed with the Phoenix Blade, obvious. 1 Noble Arms Durandal. This is really nice because it can search for either your Mizuho or a Fire Flint Lady if you need it by sending it to the graveyard, or obviously it's an Azul target. And 1 Living Fossil just for that graveyard recursion. So the 5th flex spot equip spell, if you want to call it, is 1 Dracoback the Rideable Dragon. What's really cool about this card is even if you don't get to equip it from your deck with the Fateful Adventure, if you send this off as Zold while you control the adventure token, this will actually trigger its effect to equip itself, because anytime this is sent from the, or sent anywhere from the field or deck to the graveyard, you can equip it to adventure token, which is once per turn, but being able to have that extra equip spell in case it comes down to it is nice. Next is 1 Foolish Burial. This just gets our Fateful Water Enchantress into the graveyard to be able to search for our 3 Rite of Aramasir. We got to play the adventure package if we want to have a chance against the tier elements. And then routing off that package is 1 Fateful Adventure. Just being able to search for your Wandering Griffin Rider and your equip spell is really nice. And that is it for the main deck. 40 cards, try to keep it as consistent as possible. For the extra deck, our boy Legendary 6 Samurai Xian, the one and only. Believe it or not, it's actually really hard to super poly in this deck. You can summon Xian in most matches. In the tier element matchup, he's kind of suboptimal just because of his attribute, but that's if they open the super poly. A really good one though to summon is Naturia Beast. This is why we play the Xian Squire, or as I like to call him, Monkey. Just being able to send the top 2 cards of your deck to negate the effect of a spell, or the activation of a spell, is really nice. It does mildly conflict with Herald of the Arclight, which says any card sent from the deck or hand, any monsters, sent from the deck or the hand to the graveyard would be banished instead. You cannot activate Naturia Beast while you have Herald of the Arclight on field. However, Herald of the Arclight is such a blowout card against cards like, or decks like Tier Element, Sprite, if they decide to not respect it. The free negation is really nice, super easy to summon. Borreload Savage Dragon, everyone knows what he does, he's just a free Omni negate. You don't usually end on him. I try to end on Herald and Naturia Beast along with some other stuff that I'll be showing you shortly. But he is a nice negation if it comes down to it, if you know what you're playing against and having the free negation. 1 Infernoble Knight Captain Roland. You don't use his effect to search for a tuner too often because you almost always send all of your equip spells off of Zold or the adventure package. He's mainly here for the level 5 synchro tuner effect to be able to turn into a Infernoble Knight Emperor Charles, which is a non-targeting card destruction on either player's turn anytime as something is equipped to another monster. So Roland has his quick effect to equip himself to Charles. Next, Link's 2 Battle Shogun. You don't activate the effect of them often, I should say, twice in a duel. I have had to one time because I was under Droll. I just normal summoned, or special summoned 1. Stalled out the game with the adventure package. Then my next turn, I linked him and another 6 Samurai away into the other one, activated his effect, and then continued to combo from there. Isolde 2 Tails of the Noble Knights, everyone knows what she does, sending equip spells to special warrior from your deck, really nice. Apollosa, 4 free negations, again, really nice. It's really easy to summon her. The only downside is that she has to use monsters that are not tokens, so if you summon 5 monsters on the field with your adventure package, you can't link off that adventure token to make another material. She does require non-tokens. It's in her summoning conditions in the first line of the cards, guys. Finally, for the links is 2 Saruja. This is what I was talking about with Prosperity. You can't activate the effective Saruja to draw cards and put cards at the bottom of the deck the same turn you use Prosperity. However, in a game state where you're basically just like looking for your side deck cards games 2 and 3, or if you're just trying to special monsters from your hand, you can just use 3 materials to summon it. It's worth risking the confliction between Pot of Prosperity, because Prosperity, you can just banish these 2 for your 6's cost to get deeper into your deck to look at it. I feel like it's worth it personally, but through my testing, I just see it's fine. Obviously, the United is a more budget choice, and little convenient that it gains counters for Gateway, but then again, you also have to have 2 6 Samurais to be able to draw cards off of that United. Finally, for the XCs, 1 Shadow of the 6 Samurai Xian. So sometimes your field gets clogged with monsters because of the adventure package taking up 2 zones. So you have to throw 2 Keyzones on the field. If you have Gateway, you'll have to overlay them for this Xian, just to clear up some more zones so you can link into your Saruja or your Apollosa or something else that you need. He is also a Xian effect monster, so you can bring him back with Gateway of the 6 if you randomly get Nibiru'd, which is not being played too much this format. But it's really nice. His effect is kind of irrelevant since we're not playing Kageki, but he's more of a flex spot than anything. Dweller's kind of a staple right now. Look at tier elements. There's pretty much enough said. And then the final card in our extra deck is 1 number 60 Dugaris the Timeless. And that is it for the deck, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please feel free to test this out. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you would change in the deck, what you think I could have done wrong. As you saw in my locals report yesterday, at the time of recording this video, or at the time this video is being posted, excuse me, I went 3-1 with it. Mutants was kind of a rogue deck to play round 1, but playing the other 3 matches were more meta relevant. Adventure's really good at bouncing those floodgates back with the Eldritch matchup. But that is all I have for you guys today. Again, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Drop a like, drop a comment, let me know what you would change, and I will hopefully have a test hand and combo tutorial video coming out for you soon. So I will see you guys later.
Recognize when I wreck a mic, leaving all y'all mesmerized. Killing instrumentals, but nobody wanna testify. In his prime, I think someone better check the guy. Always spitting heat, the beat gon' be hard to identify. Stress minds and wreck mics and leave with the best lines. My sex life is great cause I spit like a Tech 9. Stall competition, beat them with the lead pipe. Sleep on you rappers just like it's my bedtime. You already know that old big bro from the west side. Got you hoes smoking on my flow like a meth pipe. Forever cold, I'll eat your soul like a death site. Headed to the top, shining brighter than a headlight. You better recognize I'm about to go off, putting on a show and I ain't even trying to show off. Here's the red dot, the shot, and kill Rudolph. Call me James Bond, cause I killed it with a suit on.